Welcome to another session at Learn IT in 5 minutes, and today we are going to talk about what is ROM. ROM is nothing but a full form of its full form is rough order of magnitude. What is a ROM? Okay, ROM, as I mentioned, it is a full form of rough order of magnitude, and it is most of the time it is uh, used to find out the rough magnitude of work. I know I'm repeating the same thing, but what exactly it gives you is a rough idea about how much effort is needed, human effort is needed in terms of achieving that task or that activity, okay, or that product or anything actually. And it is most of the time used in very early phases of your project. Okay, they are mostly into IT also, and this can be used for um, basically RFPs, okay, or project wise you want executives wanted to make a decision which way they should be implementing, which is a better way from the cost benefit perspective, and at the same time from the budgeting perspective also, so that they get a very high level idea about where they should be leaning towards when they want to implement a certain project, okay, and which is going to be much more costlier as compared to other options. So that's what is ROM about, and it is asked during a very initial phases. Why it is needed? As I mentioned earlier, I think I already answered the why question, but why is we need it is at, at higher level you want to know to achieve something, how much kind of effort is needed, uh, and you can make certain draw some conclusions out of it. At the same time, you can do some decision making, or executives can make certain decisions about it. And when it is done, as I mentioned, it will be done very early phases of the project, RFPs, bids at that time, or is generally calculated. Or I should say that it is very early stages of your project. It's like you have very high level rough idea about what kind of work we are going to do. That time you use ROM estimates actually. And this is quite uh, most of the time done in early phases of your project. Let us try to understand now how part. When it comes to ROM, this is most of the time is the allowed range. Okay, suppose one project is there and for which the effort for implementation is 100 hours. So it is considered from the management perspective that this may vary in this range as compared to when it comes to a definitive estimate where you have all the sets of requirements, all the uh, business requirements you have it. It sometimes goes high 75% and minus 25%. As I said, if it is 100 hours of effort you have estimated as a ROM, then you can safely consider that it can go above up to 175, and in certain cases somebody might overestimate also. So in that case, it can come down to 75%, 75 hours also. So that is the kind of allowed upper boundary and lower boundary. And that's how it is most of the time calculated and considered actually. So, so when you go for uh, any rough order of magnitude estimate, these are the two limits you need to consider actually, and that you need to keep it in mind when you are taking further actions on it. Once again, thank you. Please do like, subscribe the channel and help spreading the knowledge. Thank you very much. And please do write if you have additional questions in the comment section.